Trading IQ, where we will learn the unlimited nature of the stock market. This is Shourabh Bhattacharjee, and in today's video, I'm going to refocus on the playlist that I was working on, which is the psychology of money. Because it is very important to have the blend of trading psychology and trading methodology. And I would say we should lean more towards trading psychology because you might have a brilliant plan in your armory, right? You might have a brilliant trading strategy. You might have a good fundamental strategy. But when it comes to executing that plan and putting that trade and putting your money, you have to have that perspective, that open perspective, which will let you to execute your trade without any fear. There are a lot of fears that you deal with in your daily life, right? Now, when it comes to stock market, you cannot let that happen. So overall, you have to have that mindset, you have to have that psychology, which will let you trade fearlessly. So it is very important to learn other people's perspective. It is very important for you to learn what other successful people have been doing or had done in their life, which would help us understand their perspective, and then we can accordingly work towards it and be better in our life. Because see, it is not about having that trading psychology, having that mindset just to trade. You have to have that mindset for your life. You cannot have a separate mindset when you're trading, and you cannot have a separate mindset when you're dealing other things in your life. It has to be consistent. And that's what I'm trying to share, because that's what I'm trying to implement in my life, and that's what I'm trying to share in this playlist. So I would request you to please subscribe to my channel, like this video, share with your friends if you are liking my approach. So let's jump into today's video. In today's video, I'm going to share why it is very important to have room for errors. What is it? What does it mean? It is a part of the Psychology of Money book by Morgan Housel that I'm going to bring this to you, and I'm going to use some of the examples that are there on that book, and also I'm going to blend in my experience, what I've learned from that chapter, Room for Errors, and that is what I'm going to present in today's video. So please watch till the end. The most important point of every plan is planning on your plan, not going according to your plan. That is to keep enough room for your errors. Some of the best examples of smart financial behavior can be found in an unlikely place such as Las Vegas casinos. Not among all players, but a tiny group of blackjack players who practice card counting can teach ordinary people something extraordinarily important about managing money. That is the importance of room for error. The fundamentals of blackjack card counting are very simple. No one can know with certainty what card the dealer will draw next. But by tracking what cards have already been dealt, you can calculate what cards remain in the deck. Doing so can tell you the odds of a particular card being drawn by the dealer. As a player, you bet more when the odds are in your favor, and you bet less when the odds are not in your favor. Blackjack card counter knows they are playing a game of odds and not certainties. In any particular hand, they think they have a good chance of being right, but they also know that there is a decent chance that they are wrong. It might sound strange given their profession, but their strategy entirely relies upon humility. Humility that they don't know and cannot know exactly what's going to happen next. So they play their hand accordingly. Kevin Lewis, a successful card counter portrayed in the book Bringing Down the House, wrote more specifically about this philosophy. Although card counting is statistically proven to work, it does not guarantee you will win every hand, let alone every trip you make to the casinos. They have to make sure that they have enough money to withstand any swing of bad luck. The wisdom for having room for error means that you are acknowledging uncertainty, that anything can happen and that you cannot know what will happen next. That is the wisdom of having room for errors. What does that mean? That you have enough capital to withstand any bad luck, and you are not relying upon one particular trade. That is why everyone says that diversify your portfolio. Don't put all eggs in one basket. That is the ideal way of saying that have room for errors, so that you're not out of the market because of one bad decision. You have to have enough money to fight another day and withstand any bad swings of bad luck. You have to have a proper balance of your portfolio, and you cannot go all in on any stock. Odds of winning a trade might be 90%, but you cannot go all in, because again, there is a chance of you being wrong. Though you have a 90% of odd of winning that trade, that is what we call is having room for errors. Though you have a 90% odds of winning a trade, you have to stick to your plan based on whatever capital that you would employ on a given trade, whether it has a probability of having a 60% win ratio or having a probability of 90% odds, whatever it is. Of course, you can chip in more, but you cannot go all in. And stock market gives you that urge to go all in, because see, market does not speak to you. You speak to your own head. You plan on your own head that this is what is going to happen next, and so I'm going to go all in. That is not the way you would operate in the market. Stock market does not care what you think. It does not bother what you think, right? So you have to have a solid plan on how many capital you would employ on a given trade, which has sort of this percentage of odds of winning that trade. And you have to keep at it and improve your plan along the way, but you cannot go all in. Just accept uncertainty and just accept that you cannot know what is going to happen next with certainty. You have to acknowledge the fact that uncertainty is the ever-present part of your life, and you cannot know what is going to happen next in your life. So how can you know what is going to happen next on a given trade? You might have that urge to predict that it will go break out of any ranges and it would go to this level, that level. You can create a lot of things in your head, right? But you cannot operate in the stock market like that. You have to stick to your plan. Capital allocation should be a major part of your plan. How much capital that you should employ, how much cash you should have in your bank account, because see, you have to have that room for errors. Because if you have sufficient cash, then you can come into the market anytime as per your will. But if you are all in, you do not have any cash, you cannot buy at a certain level. Like after you have entered into a stock and you are all in on a given stock, you cannot do much. You just have to be optimistic, and optimism does not work in the stock market. You have to get this fact straight. I'm going to keep coming with the different trading psychology, and next up I'm going to bring in Mark Douglas's trading psychology, because I have been inspired by his methodology on how can someone change their mindset, how can someone think in terms of probability to win in the stock market. And I'm going to bring in a lot more about Mark and his methods and his mindset in my upcoming videos. So again, if you're liking my approach, please subscribe to my channel. As part of my trading methodology, I've also shared my trading plan, and I'm currently using Stan Weinstein's trading methodology and his stage analysis, which is well proven in the market. I'm going to paste in the link on the I button of that playlist, and on the description you can check on my trading methodology. And again, I'll come up with more trading psychology perspective. So please subscribe to my channel, like this video, share with your friends, and I'm going to see you on my next video. Thanks and have a great day.